Hey guys, before the video starts, I just wanted to show you something that I have on my YouTube channel. It's privated, it's a privated playlist, so none of you guys can see it, only I can. But it's a playlist of all the creepypasta videos that I want to react to in the near future. And I'll be reacting to one of them today. And so that's basically it. So there's a total of 14 videos so far. I will be adding some, and of course I will be taking some away as I watch them. So the series will go on for a while, and of course, all rights go to CreepyPasta Jr. These are his videos, original ideas, I think, or maybe he got it off Reddit or something, I don't know. But these are his original videos. Of course, I'm just reacting to them and showing my appreciation for them, and they're actually kind of scary and unnerving, I think is the right term here, but so all rights go to CreepyPasta Jr., and I'll be reacting to one of them today, specifically a nice short one, and I've seen it before, and it's actually really scary. It's called I Heard It Through the Police Scanner, and I'll be watching that, but I just wanted to share with you the playlist that I made and of all the creepypastas too that I will be reacting to in the near future. So without further ado, let's begin. Alright, let's begin.
I enjoy listening to police scanners on my day off.
Well, first of all, if you guys don't know, there's a series, kind of like a mini series on my YouTube channel about the crazy madman neighbor that lives above us in our apartment complex named Joe. And, he used to listen, I think he moved actually, so he's no longer living above us, which is a phenomenal thing, for us in our, like, no, he would make so much noise, literally. There's like two videos I think on my YouTube channel, one from 2021 and one from 2022. So go check those out. Um, and there would be 1,000 noises coming from his apartment. And one of the noises was a police scanner, and the police scanner was so loud we would hear it through the walls, we would hear it through the ceiling, we would hear it all around us. That police scanner was so loud. So, already off to not really a good start because of a police scanner and Joe, but
After reading through quite a few stories on the internet, I can tell I'm not the only one. Like many of you, I have also heard my fair share of weird and unsettling information over the scanners. But only one ever really unsettled me to the point that I considered turning off the scanner for good. I was sitting in my recliner with the news on mute, and the scanner turned up as I sipped a glass of sangria and relaxed after dinner. Generally, I just kind of zone out, only tuning back in fully when I hear something interesting going on. It was late in the evening, and when I heard a code 187 calmly but quickly relayed through the scanner, I instantly came out of my trance. For those of you who don't know, code 187 is the code for murder or homicide.
Oh, I actually did not know that.
I listened intently as the officers quickly mobilized and prepared to head to the address given by the dispatcher. Nothing unusual happened for a bit. At this point, it was simply the situation that was extreme, not the details about it. Murder, while horrible, is nothing new, right? Well, that's where this gets interesting.
I do kind of remember this though because I watched it one or twice years ago, but I haven't watched it recently.
Listen as they approach the address. When they pull up, an officer points out that the house looks as if it has been abandoned for a long time. But the front door is wide open. The radio goes silent for a bit after this. But in a few moments, I hear an officer call out that him and his partner are going in to check out the house. The dispatcher confirms the information, and it goes silent as the officers head in. For a while, nothing happens. There is some chatter as another pair of officers head towards the location.
See, I never want to be an officer of the law, because you have to do stuff like this. What if there's some psycho behind the door who kills you because you're doing your job? Never. You'll never see me working as a police officer.
Other than that, nothing. As I sit and wait for more information, A blood-curdling
Oh.
shriek emits from the police scanner,
That actually
causing
kind
me
of
to drop
scared
my
me.
glass and break it as I cover my ears. After the shriek subsides, I hear panic chatter from the pair of officers who pulled up at the address just moments ago. The house is apparently on fire now,
Oh.
but one of the officers swear they see a figure making its way through the flames. Her partner is trying to calm her down, but the officer ignores her as her shaking voice crackles through the scanner about an impossibly large human shape making its way around the back of the house.
At that point,
I
I'm
quickly
leaving.
switch stations to confirm that the fire department is being dispatched before switching back to the police feed. There is a lot of yelling and screaming, and I hear the officer that was trying to calm down the other one say that he's going to give chase to the possible suspect that disappeared behind the house, telling his partner to stay in the car and keep an eye on the front in case the suspect tries to circle around. At this point, I'm not even sure if they realize the radio is still on, or if it is getting ignored amongst the chaos and panic. I can soon hear the sirens of fire trucks getting closer before the sound becomes almost deafening. I can't hear much as the sirens are so loud they drown out any other noise.
Scary.
I wait for around 15 minutes before finally turning off the radio and walking to the closet in the kitchen to grab a broom and a dustpan to clean up the broken glass.
I forgot about that. I forgot.
I sit back down and stare at the television before deciding to check the police scanner one last time, and then head to bed. I turned it on, and all I hear is screaming.
Oh.
Screams of horror and pain that are nearly as loud as the sirens from earlier.
Are they being burned?
I try to listen as closely as possible despite this. A sick sense of curiosity wanting to glean some kind of information from the radio that, at this point, was clearly left on.
On road to nearly...
Okay. Sorry about that. Ads.
As I listen, I hear a small voice whisper the words, "Dear God, no," before a wet thud and a roar come through the scanner.
It's
I
no
hear
human.
the sound of crushing metal before I quickly shut it off and simply stay seated for nearly an hour before going and laying down in my bed.
It's some demon monster Bigfoot thing. I don't know.
Where I spend the whole night trying to sleep and failing miserably at it. I finally drift off at around 10 in the morning
10 a.m.
and don't wake up until 6 in the evening. I woke up already curious as to if there was any news on what happened last night. I walked into the kitchen and made a cup of coffee before going to sit back in my chair and turning on the local news station. A reporter stands in front of the remains of a burnt house, reciting information from a police report. Let me just sum it up for you. The two officers that went in to investigate the homicide were killed in the fire, but not by the fire. They apparently both had their throats slashed before the fire was set.
Oh.
The weird
Why?
thing from the report about this, though, was that the wounds were quickly cauterized right after and had nothing to do with the house fire.
Huh.
They also found another body they have yet to identify. Well, I should say they found body parts, as the remains were spread all over the burnt remnants of the house. Another officer was found burned to death behind the house. That wouldn't be so odd if it wasn't for the fact that the body was found nearly half a mile away from the house itself, surrounded by scorch marks that strongly suggested he had been burned right there,
It's some fire
and not in the
monster.
house fire.
Some demon.
The officer that stayed in the car was found mangled underneath the police car she had just been sitting in. The car itself was flipped over, and they had to move it just to retrieve the body.
Oh.
Hers was the only one that had no burn marks whatsoever, something that still continues to perplex me. All of that was disturbing and creepy for sure, but honestly, that is far from what scares me. Whatever or whoever was there that night was never found. Police searched for days. On top of that, I was the only one to hear the screams and roars. Nobody else listening to the police scanners that night heard anything but silence, as their radios had all been broken long before I heard the first shriek. That is what truly keeps me from sleeping.
Yeah.
The worst part is,
That's scary.
there are some days when I smell smoke lingering around my house, and I see small patches of burnt grass appear occasionally in my front yard.
That's one of the more scary ones. Like, a lot. What happened at the end there? What demon fire monster appeared or whatever, killed all them police officers and burnt the house? And then what happens with him? Is there a part 2 to this? I'm intrigued. Is there a part 2? I don't think there is. But like, is he next? Is he gonna be the next house on fire, or is he gonna be the next one to die, be the victim of this demon monster thing, whatever? And why did he only hear the police scanner screams or whatever and his not be broken? Maybe he was like the next one. Like, he's gonna die next or whatever. Maybe he was gonna die next, like I said, and that's why there's burnt patches of grass around his house and he smells smoke. Maybe the monster demon, it's definitely not a human. It's not a human. Maybe the demon monster thing is like stalking him and he's gonna die next. But then again, there's not a part 2 to this. I wish there was a part 2 to this, because it left it open at the end there. Burnt patches of grass, smell smoke. He was the only one who heard the screams and the roar or whatever from the demon. The only one. So, part 2. This guy hasn't uploaded in over a year, by the way. He hasn't uploaded in over a year, which is strange. He does take a couple months off, but not this long. Not this long. But that was pretty scary, actually. I think, well, I forget what scared me. I think maybe the glass breaking scared me, or the screams, or something scared me a little bit in the middle of the video. I forget what it was. I have to watch that part again. But thank you guys so much for watching this short creepypasta reaction. Of course, credits go to CreepyPasta Jr. Go follow him on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, comment, like, and subscribe. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. Don't listen to any police scanners at night, because you might not like what you hear. And if your neighbor above you in your apartment complex is playing a police scanner, and you hear it from all directions when you're trying to watch a movie or something, report him, because we didn't. So yeah. See you later. Peace.